Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. And so in this part we're continuing through the Disciples Trial. This is the trial that we need to take because of going through it to this is one of the trials that we need to take within Drustan's labyrinth. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. A Vial of Luminescence. Nice. No! Fuck. You piece of shit. Yeah, so this is a recolored version of a previous enemy. I can't remember the name of it. What's the name of it? Oh. It's not telling me. Yeah, I'm just using all my most powerful. Oh, it's the Phoenix. There you go. So yeah, the Phoenix is just basically a recolor of a previous enemy that we faced. I think it has mainly fire-based attacks, but that's really it. It's just basically a color change. I don't think it has that much more kind of health or that much more kind of defense, but there you go. So yeah, this is basically like the Eerie Valley. Basically, we've been here before, and basically we need to head to that green spot on the map, and that takes us to the next area. There are a few things that we can find here, like a few chests. I ended up not finding everything, in all honesty, but I did find the majority of stuff, I think. There's no Tockle to find here, I don't think. Yeah, so we need to fight against this dude. We need to fly in order to reach all the areas. Dread Dragooners. Again, these guys... Yeah, the worst thing they've got is their that ability there, which causes party members to hallucinate, which is a bit annoying. But, yeah. They go down pretty easily. Sorry, they go down pretty easily. And now we can fly. This allows us to get to new areas and explore more of the map, should we choose to. Basically, the only reason you want to have a look around as much of the area as possible is because there are some pretty good items and shit for you to grab in here. Like, there's different... there's rare materials for you to grab. Fuck. Sorry. There's rare materials for you to grab. There's more books, so you can get more powerful equipment, and there's also more powerful equipment for you to grab as well. So overall, it's a pretty it's worth having a look around all these areas. And that's basically how these areas kind of work. That basically it's just an area that we've visited before previously in the game, and just has different treasure chest kind of placement, so with pretty rare equipment. So I think there's also some pretty rare, like that, you can get chunk of orichalcum just lazing about. This is pretty much like, these areas are pretty much the areas where you're going to find the most shit, you know what I mean? Like, where you're going to find the most rare materials to make the super powerful equipment later on in the game. But yeah, I didn't bother too much. I didn't actually know that it would just that I'd found the exit so quickly. So I just kind of left, and it's like, oh, okay. Guess I'm not grabbing everything here. But here we go. We've completed the trial, so that means we've now got to... We're now in Drustan's labyrinth in the vault.
So, thou art come before me at last. Welcome, Luminary.
I love his voice, by the way. He's got such a cool and deep voice. But here he is, Drustan, and he actually has the equipment. The design is pretty much from the original from the original trilogy, the original Dragon Quest trilogy. How the fighters, the male fighters, kind of looked, which is kind of cool.
Was vanquished, and his body sealed away in the prison in the sky. Thereafter, I did go forth and strive my utmost to rebuild this ruined world.
Yeah, it's I also kind of like this because we get a bit of more of information about what happened after they sealed away Kalasmos. So yeah, this is Zwarzrust was pretty much the area which he built himself, and he was one of the main people to try and improve, try and rebuild the world after sorry, after Kalasmos had pretty much destroyed everything. And I also like kind of like how he has an affiliation, as a sort of a connection towards Hendrik, who is pretty much playing the same role that he played with Erdwin and his party.
You fought alongside Erdwin back in the Age of Heroes. How are you still alive? And what are you doing down here?
Is he still alive?
Noble watchers aided me in the construction of my labyrinth. 'Tis a storehouse of the world's mightiest weapons.
Yep.
Set aside for
So yeah, this place pretty much has the strongest weapons in the whole game for you to grab.
When it was at last completed, I did cleave my spirit from my body, that I might.
So yeah, apparently somehow he was able to split his spirit from his physical form, so that he could wait here for the Luminary, to kind of come back, and so he could greet him again. They don't explain that, by the way. It's just, yeah, I just split my spirit from my body, which I guess you could make the argument that that is dying, but it's not the same thing, apparently.
When thou hast overcome the final trial.
Yep, so we got one final trial to complete.
To conquer the Dark One, thou must needs begin by besting the most insidious foe of all.
Thine own fear. Sure thing, buddy. Let's do that, shall we?
Prevail in this endeavor, and none shall stand in thy path.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
But it is not a trial to be taken lightly. Prepare thyself.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice here that they basically give you a bit of time here. So instead of it just going straight into the final trial, Drustan kind of asks you, tells you, prepare for the final trial and then talk to me when you want to fight. But we're pretty much at full strength, so why don't we try taking on this motherfucker? So yeah, there'll be a battle. So in this one, basically you have to take on this boss fight, and you have to defeat him in 25 turns or less. Now, what a turn means is basically every time your party member goes. So, Hendrik using the power of Pep, this is a turn. So, once you've done... So, that means that... turn number 1, and this is turn number 2. You basically have to do this in less than 25 turns in order to achieve victory. So yeah, this guy is basically a copy of the... what am I doing here? Yeah, I'm thinking about using SAP. There we go. So basically we have to defeat this guy in 25 turns. He's basically a boss that we faced previously, but this time he is significantly fucking stronger. I don't know what am I thinking here. Let's heal up the hero. Let's heal up Veronica. So yeah, he hits pretty fucking hard. Yeah, I think here I'm just like, fuck it, let's just try and cause as much damage. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, pretty much Veronica I'm using to debuff the opponent and to buff up the... yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. I might as well just use... Oh, there we go, 988 damage. Fuck you. Yeah, so Serena is going to be our healing person, and then Veronica's just going to be boosting our attack and defense. Boosting the attack of our two main attackers, Hendrik and the hero here. Yeah, multi-heal here. Uses up a lot of health, but it also heals up everybody, so that's useful. Yeah, so now he's casting Unfort, which makes him even stronger. Fuck. So, yeah. So once she's cast Unfort on those two, then that means we can just cause maximum attack power. Look at that, 110 damage. That's not too bad. The best... Whoa. Fuck me. I was in trouble there. Yeah, what you want to have... You want to have accessories which... protect you against dark attacks, and do that and you'll be just fine. Multi-heal, nice. What am I thinking? Please tell me I use Parallax. Use it. Let's kill this fucker. There we go. We're getting that. And Veronica's fucking dead. And the fucking hell. Yeah, this went bad. Kazing. I need to bring back the hero first, because he's a damage dealer. So yeah, Parallax. Fuck it. Kill him. And there we go. He's down. So now we've just got the shadow, which is not anywhere near as bad, because his attack power is significantly weaker. Let's bring back Veronica. Even though Hendrik is in a pretty bad way. Yeah, I was like, fuck it, just keep using... Yeah, you just want to keep attacking these enemies as much as possible. And boom, blind hatred is defeated. And you get a good amount of experience as well, 8,000 experience points, which is nice. Did I? I did it in 17 actions. Fuck you. I'm good at this. So you can wish for a powerful weapon, enter a top level horse race, copy of Ogler's Digest, change Serena's hairstyle. So yeah, the first one you want to pick is the top one, which is to pick, which is you get a new book, Supreme Secrets of the Sword of Light. You're now to be able to make the Supreme Sword of Light, which is pretty much our next sorry, which is pretty much our next major step. We want to basically create the Supreme Sword of Light, which so that we can basically defeat Kalasmos a bit more easily. There's 2 more trials for us to do, but we're not doing those straight away. We're heading off to Puerto Valla next, because we've got other stuff in the world to do first. And the first thing we're doing is we're heading to find Don Rodrigo. Apparently he was attacked and is kind of laid up in bed after he was recovering from his wounds after he was attacked by a bunch of monsters. So we're going to go up and we're going to go talk to him. Yes, let's talk to him. So let's have a chat with old Don. Yeah, you look in a bad way, buddy.
Hi, puppy.
So, yes, remember that basically in this timeline, that Sylvando hasn't made up with his dad yet. Because, you know, obviously, we only saw him kind of make up with his dad in the second part of the game, which is, of course, has now been undone because of our time traveling shenanigans.
Knight in smiling armor you spoke of, see? You have made the whole world happy.
No, not yet.
Not yet, puppy.
Then why are you here? Why did you come back?
I kind of like that Don Rodrigo's kind of taking him at his word. Kind of, he'd only come back once he'd made the whole world kind of smile. So he's kind of like, dude, what are you doing back here? You're supposed to be out doing your mission. You're still a knight, motherfucker. Yeah, he's getting a bit worked up, his old Don Rodrigo.
Damn you, boy. If I were younger, I would put you over my knee. Kind of a knight
Okay.
makes an oath and does not fulfill it.
Yeah, I think the scene is slightly different, but it's pretty much the same as it was in the second one, which is, you know, that Don Rodrigo still thinks of Sylvando as a knight, even after he's disappeared on him.
I guess it wasn't very knightly of me to come back before I'd fulfilled my promise, huh? But I had a good reason.
Okay, what's your reason, buddy?
With lantern, see? Yes. Great evil is afoot. I feel it.
I feel it too, Papi. We all do. And how can I make people happy if that thing is up there making their lives miserable? It's impossible.
Yeah, I guess Sylvando has a good point.
I'm going to do something about it. Only then can I fulfill my vow and make all the people
So,
of the
yeah.
world smile
But why we
again.
come back to see Don Rodrigo, you might ask?
But there's just one teensy little thing we need to ask you.
Yeah, so we want his help.
Want you to help us?
Don Rodrigo, an ill wind blows through the world. We would call upon your wisdom. We would ask for your aid in banishing the darkness.
Yeah, both Sylvando and Hendrik want his help in helping to defeat Kalasmos.
All these years to start asking favors before you even say hello, Hendrik.
I kind of like that. I kind of take, you know, kind of has a little stab at Hendrik there for a moment.
Help you erase the dark star from the sky. I will.
Yay!
Oh, Papi, really?
Como no, Norberto, of course. A knight serves the weak untiringly. Even if they are his son and his former pupil.
You can tell that he's got a tinge of disappointment there, having to refer to them two as weak.
Tested the skills of knights across the generations.
Yeah, so here we go. This is pretty much why we're here.
For you to call it such, it must be
This is one of the side quests which I never actually completed in the first playthrough. in my first playthrough, but I wanted to do it this time. Basically, there are two golden giants in the King's Barrow.
We'll defeat them.
So basically, we have to go into the King's Barrow and defeat them. However, just to make it extra difficult, the only way you can defeat both of them is by using Sylvando, using a partner attack, a pet power from that combines Sylvando and Hendrik's abilities. It's actually pretty powerful. It actually does a lot of fucking damage. But basically, how you have to go to these two golden enemies, defeat both of them, each of them with the pep power, and then once you've done that, the challenge will be completed, and we get something which is going to improve Hendrix and Sylvando's power in battle. So it's pretty useful. It's well worth doing. I never bothered with it because it just seems so fucking difficult to have to defeat these two enemies with the pep power, because it's kind of difficult to get the pep power when you actually fucking want it. But that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we're heading to the King's Barrow and we're defeating the two golden giants. So yeah, see you next time.